Anthony here, and I hope you guys are having a fantastic day wherever you may be. And of course, however you may be listening. I apologize for the other video not working. It was working. I just clicked out of it. I had a little brain lapse, if you will. So hopefully you guys all head over here. The other piece of information I got to give you guys, and I hate to say this, you know, you got to play injured. You got to play injured, but I am sick. Last night or yesterday, you know, I was doing my thing. I felt a little bit under the weather, but you know, I tried doing my thing. You know, I went to this store, that store. I went for a 3-mile run. And then I got home and it was just brutal. I had a massive headache. You know, it felt like knives were being stuck into my brain. I probably went to sleep from 2 o'clock to 5 o'clock the next day, or well, today. So I feel better, but I don't feel perfect. And so I'm just going to kind of roll through this real quick. I more than likely will be doing a post-game show. But I just needed to let you guys know that, just, you know, just in case I don't have the energy to do a super long video, and things of that nature. All right, let's dive into this. Iowa versus Kentucky Citrus Bowl. And for me, the biggest aspect to this game is the potential for Iowa to win their 11th game. This would be their 4th time under Kirk Ferentz's winning 11 games. Let me see if I can pull up Kirk Ferentz's thing here, Wikipedia. And it's a big deal. You know, it really is. To me, 10 win seasons are the benchmark, but 11 are really special. And, you know, for as long as I have been doing this, I have said that some of these teams were the most talented Kirk Ferentz teams. And I don't think I was wrong about when I said that anytime. You know, looking at how many guys ended up being drafted for those teams. But for whatever reason, here and there, Iowa would, you know, have some lapses. You know, last year it was the first 2 games, losing to Northwestern, and I think it was Purdue. Battled off 6 straight victories. You know, this year they had, you know, a 2-game lull, and then rattled off, you know, how many ever wins it was on their way to 10 wins and a Big Ten West title. And before that, you know, they won 9 games. They never were able to win the West with Nate Stanley as their quarterback. In my opinion, I don't hold that against Nate Stanley. I think he's one of the best Iowa quarterbacks to ever do it. If we just specifically look at his time at Iowa. But they, you know, but they just, whatever it was, they weren't able to put all that talent together and get a 10-win season. Let me look here. Well, and then they finally broke through in 2019. They won 10 games. They won 9 games, and that's all Nate Stanley. He was an 8-win quarterback, a 9-win quarterback, and a 10-win quarterback. The past 4 years have been excellent as an Iowa Hawkeye fan, but the point is that winning 10 games is the benchmark, and winning 11 is just excellent. And if we go back to the beginning of the season, where there was all this hoopla around Iowa State football, I can remember specifically, by the way, if you're not subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button, because subscribing makes you feel good. We are inching ever so closely to 1,000 subscribers. I feel so, I wouldn't say I feel blessed to be a part of this with you, but I didn't expect the channel to grow as quickly as it has. Like I said, as quickly as it has. And I just love being able to hang out with you guys. But definitely like, comment. I am still thinking about reading your guys' comments in the chat. But if we go back to the beginning of the season, and by the way, share this out. Follow me on Twitter at 247Hawkeye. If we go back to the beginning of the season where, Iowa State was a top 10 team in a normal season, Iowa being a preseason top 20 team would be a huge deal, but there's just all kinds of energy spent on Iowa State. And your boy here said that Iowa would not only end up having a better recruiting class than Iowa State. And by the way, Iowa State is not the end all be all. Okay. That's not the measuring stick for Iowa. And we fast forward, and Iowa is a 10-win team, getting as high as number 2 in the country. Don't forget that, folks. Just because Iowa was not able to end up playing in the college football playoff, never forget that they got as high as number 2 in the country. Okay. That still counts for something. It does. They won the Big Ten West. They battled, they persevered. I've seen so many comments from people saying, well, it was Wisconsin's to lose. Well, no, it was Iowa's to lose before it was Wisconsin's to lose when Iowa started the season 6-0. And they kept chugging, and at the end of the day, Iowa beat Minnesota. Wisconsin did not. That's on them. And we fast forward, and this season has just been excellent. It's been awesome to be an Iowa Hawkeye fan through and through. And an 11-win season would be absolutely excellent. As for this game, the Citrus Bowl, okay, ESPN gives Kentucky a 52.3% chance to win this game. For me, the two most interesting things that I'm going to be paying attention to, number one, the running game. I am very interested in seeing LaShawn and Gavin Williams. I am very curious to see what they are capable of now that they have been given the reins. It looks as though Keegan Johnson will be out today. That is not good. I just saw this now. Damn, that is not good. Oh, man. Spencer Petras will be starting today. I expected him to be the starter today. That is not good that Keegan Johnson will be out today. But either way, I am very interested to see how the running game operates. Ivory Kelly Martin might decide to come back for a 6th year of college. I'm not, just kind of like Jordan Bohannon, I'm not necessarily hugely in favor of it, because I believe that at the end of the day, guys like J-Bo and Ivory Kelly Martin, they are who they are. And the ceiling that they have hit is the ceiling that they have hit. And you have to see what you have behind them, what those guys' ceilings are, aka Gavin Williams and LaShawn Williams, and maybe Devin Hilson. I am a bigger believer in that. So I'm going to be watching that today. The second thing I was going to be paying attention to was the passing game, but Keegan Johnson is out. That's a big loss. It looks like he will be out. Now, Charlie Jones might come back to Iowa for a 6th year of college football. I don't know for sure if he is going to. Arland Bruce and Nico Reganey, I think, are pretty solid secondary options, secondary options at the wide receiver position. They are good role player wide receivers. They will never. Maybe Arland Bruce might become an elite wide receiver, but right now they are good secondary options. Same thing with Charlie Jones. What Iowa is missing in the receiving game, and this is what we hoped Tyrone Tracy would become, is a game changer, an elite an above average to elite level wide receiver. And, we've seen glimpses of it, but we haven't seen, it come to fruition totally and completely. Let's check this out. Noah Shannon getting some work in. John Wagner getting some work in. Let me turn the sound up. The game is going to start here in about 7 minutes. I'm going to get to your guys' comments. So those are the things that I am interested in watching today. I don't think Spencer Petras is going to ball out. And even if Alex Padilla was the quarterback, I don't think he would ball out. My feelings, well, not feelings, but just based off of the stats and grades that we have, is that Alex Padilla and Spencer Petras are both average quarterbacks. Alex Padilla provides you with a little bit more of a running option and a little bit more, theoretically, a little bit more of an intermediate passing game option, although he was pretty inaccurate as his time as a starter. And Spencer Petras, he's pretty cool, calm, and collected. He's played in some big games. He's won a lot of games as Iowa's quarterback. But as far as him being able to lead guys to victory on his own, I don't expect that. I think Iowa's hopes at the quarterback position rest solely on Carson May, who will be being a Hawkeye here soon, and Joey Labus. The Iowa Hawkeyes are basically just buying time for them to be ready to take over the starting role. Some people were upset that Deuce Hogan left, but as I have said to you guys, listen, if a dude gets upset by a joking remark that his coach says, now, was it done in the most tasteful way? No, it wasn't. By the way, what I'm talking about is Kirk Ferentz in a press conference basically saying that they would be better off with Deuce, in other words, Deuce Hogan was not going, they would be in trouble if Deuce Hogan was the starting quarterback. And my whole point with Deuce Hogan is that if at the quarterback position, you can't take some of that criticism, you're just not fit to be a starting quarterback for the Big Ten and in the Big Ten and all the scrutiny that comes with it. So, I hope he lands somewhere good. But yeah, it wasn't going to be any different with Deuce Hogan. Don't buy anything that Spencer or Alex Padilla did not offer, and it looks like he has a pretty shallow ego when at the quarterback position. It needs to be much tougher than that. All right, guys, comment to me your guys' game predictions. Again, I am sick. I'm under the weather. I am not feeling great, but that is okay. And I will be here in the post game. I did not share this out as much as I could. I'm going to go with the Iowa Hawkeyes today, 28-25. I think the Iowa Hawkeyes win this game by 3 points. If they run the ball, they should be fine. With Keegan Johnson being out, that is definitely some not great news. That's too bad. We'll see where Iowa gets the passing yards from with him out. But either way, they're going to have to find a way to make it happen. Maybe it's from Luke Lachey. Maybe it's from Sam Laporta. Maybe, Nico Reganey, Charlie Jones, and Arlen Bruce have huge games. We will see. So I'm going with the Iowa Hawkeyes 28-25, and I will see you guys in the post game to wrap up this Iowa Hawkeye 2021 football season. All right, guys. hit that subscribe button. And I will see you guys a little bit later. And last but not least, DBAP, don't be a pussy, will in facts or feelings don't matter. Love you all. Bye.